What you want, what you want, what you gonna do when you shut the door?
Officer, how did you know that this career was for you?
Well, I just started to speak with my peers and friends, but I just knew that this was going to be for me. And from then on, I said, if a policeman wouldn't do that, then neither do I.
Did you always have this career in mind, or was there another career you wanted to go for?
No, I never thought about any other career, just anything that deal with law enforcement.
What courses and/or education did you take to get into the career?
Well, I got my high school diploma, and then after I took some college studying law enforcement, and I have almost enough credits to get my double A degree. And the thing that most benefited me was that I was in the Marine Corps as an officer for 7 years.
Okay. Did you get experience, or did you just like dive right into it and applied for the position?
Well, I went straight to the Marines and after high school, then went and came back, and I just tried to find a job generally for my career.
Um, about how long did it take for you to get your police like badge or certificate?
Well, that's a good one. Well, after the Marines, I came back, and I was about a year working as a security because Orange County economy was down at the time, and then I applied and got hired, and it takes anywhere from taking the first time or 6 months to knowing if you're going to get hired.
Okay. What hardships or struggles did you go through while trying to get your badge or certificate?
The difficult part I felt was the writing exam for sure because there are some portions of the test where there is no right or wrong answer. They just want to see what you write. Oh, and there's also a portion where it fill out the blank, and you have to guess the right word in the certain number of spaces that they gave you. So I feel like that was pretty much the difficult part.
What types of tests did you have to take, or like for what?
Well, the basic tests that you have to take are the writing exam and the oral with 3 to 5 people both shift, lieutenant or sergeant, and you don't know what they're going to ask you.
Would you consider like going through the police academy program?
It's definitely better because you already go through tests that they do on you, and there are higher chances to get a sponsor. Different departments will go to the academies, and if you score high enough, they will offer you a job, and then you will be considered a recruit. If you don't get hired, you graduate with your POS certificate, which is good for 3 years until you get hired. But it is difficult to get into the CMPD because they want high scores. For example, if you barely pass by, say, 5 points, they will most likely not hire you. If hired, they will do physical agility and write tests on the same day. Then, 2 weeks later, you will get a letter saying if you pass it or not. You know.
What is your like typical day from clock in to clock out?
Well, every day is different. You can go from one day just responding to dispatch, and then the next arrest 3 people. But probably the most cases are both vehicle burglary and commercial burglary.
Okay. What are the different positions, and what do you feel is best? And like for the positions that you've had.
Well, in that order: police officer, surgeon, lieutenant, captain, chief. I actually like SWAT the best because it was a good experience, and it really pushes you to the limit.
Okay. Did you like join any programs like upon applying to the police department?
Unfortunately, where I live, there weren't any programs. I started off as a custody officer. Then problem orientation officer POP, then community relationships, gang investigator, narcotics detective, patrol, and then field trainer officer training the new recruits. For a time, I did both patrol and SWAT.
Um, what's like you guys' schedule?
Well, well, officers work 24/7, holidays, rain or shine. It's just how it is. We had 163 officers on duty, but now we have 128 due to city council budget cuts. You get to pick your shift from 6 different shifts. Three shifts are from Monday through Thursday, then day shift and the PM shift. They work from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. 10-hour shift. Weekends they work 12 hours 3 days a week, and they overlap to get their hours in. One day in the week they work.
Um, all right, I think that's it.
Is that it? Well, I don't know if I can just add something. For the people that's watching. Have good friends. Don't hang out with the bad friends. Have a good influence. Study criminal justice, law enforcement, and business management classes, because you're not always going to be a patriot officer. You will want to be a sergeant or a lieutenant.
All right,
All right.
thanks.
You're welcome.
When Chevy John don't come for you.